Guys, please keep it going for yourselves. Keep it going for Burbank Comedy Festival. I've been having an absolute blast here this week. This is the second of 2 shows I am doing this week. My lovely parents came up for my first show on Tuesday, which means you guys are going to get all of my best jokes that I did not feel comfortable saying in front of my mother. So strap in for it. That's awesome. Let's see, I've been going on a lot of first dates recently, which means I'm doing more to feed the hungry in this city than any politician. Fellas know what I'm talking about. And I don't mind it. I really don't mind paying for dates. I think that's like a totally reasonable thing for women to expect. I just don't like when they try to act cute or they try to be coy about it, you know? When they say something like, you know, I just think whoever did the asking out should pay for the date. And I'm like, oh, that's a very generous offer coming from the gender that does 0% of the asking out on dates. Oh, wow. You think the person who should pay is the person who's never going to be you. How convenient is that? You know, like, why don't I just go on all my first dates and be like, you know, I just think whoever's taller should get a blowjob. Like, oh my God, me again, wow. What are the odds of that? It's incredible. That is 7 in a row. What a good rule I just came up with. Oh, wow. Yeah. I really want to be a famous comedian. I don't know if you guys can tell by the fact that I'm doing it while the banks are still open, but I really, really want to be a famous comedian. I swear to God, man, I have a 9 to 5, and I spend just every day in my cubicle like, this is bullshit. I hate this job. I should quit and go be a famous comedian. And then I post a joke on Instagram and it gets 19 likes, and I'm like, shit! We're gonna be here for a while. Unbelievable. You guys have no idea what it's like to put years of your heart and soul into something just to end up with fewer followers than your sister's cat. It is demoralizing, man. I'd say by far, my least favorite part of being a social media comedian is all the mean comments I sometimes get. Like the other day, I posted a joke on Instagram, and within 5 minutes, this woman who I do not know and who does not follow me just comments, "This guy looks like John Mayer." If John Mayer got hungry and ate a second John Mayer. I was like, come on, man. It's one thing to bully me in my own comment section. You don't have to also be funnier than me in my own comment section. I had a woman do the same exact thing. I post a joke. I have no idea who this woman is. She just comments, "This guy looks like a big white baby on steroids." And I'm like, damn. Do I look like I'm on steroids? Nice. Yeah, I'm a pretty big dude. It's like one of the things I do have going for me with women. They love it. They're like, "Oh my God, you're so tall." They like to do the thing where like they put their hand up against yours. And they'll be like, "Oh my God, your hand's so big and my hand is so small." They'll be like, "Oh my God, you have such big feet. You wear such big shoes." They're like, "You must have a big dick too." And I'm just like, hey, let's do the hand thing again. Whoa! You guys seen that? Wow. That's incredible. Let's see. I spent the last 2 years in Miami. I went, you know, to escape the COVID lockdowns and date Latinas, like why everyone goes to Miami. And went on a couple dates with this girl from Mexico. I always say she's from Mexico. I never say she's Mexican, because when I say she's from Mexico, people assume she's from Mexico. When I say she's Mexican, people just assume that she was Cuban and I was a racist who couldn't tell the difference. I was like, oh, I saw her speaking Spanish. That's a Mexican. Anyway. But she's fun. She wasn't even from the nice part of Mexico either. She was like, telling me all these stories. She was growing up. Like, she had this boyfriend, but this other guy liked her. So that guy tried to stab her boyfriend. And I was like, dude, I played lacrosse in high school. I don't know if we have that much in common. But she was fun. We were on our first date, and we were doing like the question thing back and forth. She was like, "So, do you own a gun?" And I was like, "Yeah." No, I don't own a gun. But I didn't want to seem like a pussy. And so she's like, "I'm gonna put that gun in your mouth when we fuck tonight." I was shook, dude. I was like, this chick is crazy, man. I didn't know what to do. I had to step out of the date. I went out on the sidewalk. I called my roommate, and I was like, dude, I need to borrow your gun. Anyway, guys, that's been my time. Thank you all so much for coming out. Give it up for your host. Give it up for your comics.